You know who it is, rocking with your boys are or Rights Reserved. Shout out to CommenterNation. I just want to say, now that we're transcending, if somebody's sliding in and not giving an opinion and they're talking ish, like saying, oh, I think you guys are stupid, this is the dumbest thing ever, you'll just get blocked and you don't have to worry about it. Shout to Annie, ANNE or ANNA, whoever that is. So that has a thriving channel with over 400,000 views, limited subs, about near the same as me. You can get out there. Work on your channel. Don't worry about our channel. Also, I want to give a shout out to people that are supporting and sending in commenter videos, commenter requests. We're going to keep commenter recognition something normal here, regardless of what case we talk about. I'll talk about the subject someone wants to hear. Other people may be looking to hear about because they'll give their input. Now, going forward, you asked, we talked about many different facets. I just talked about not only the person that took down their stuff, but also that is going to meet her. Now, let me quickly ask this. You know what I mean? And during the week, don't miss one weekday, because each time I'm going to have a pressing video, one that's definitely going to shake up the story. And I saved those topics for that. We kind of gave breakdowns now, but I quickly want to mention, I re-looked at that photo, and maybe Kid Boo was a stretch, being all the face tats and stuff that we don't see visible. But let me put this out there, and you can let me know if I'm right or wrong. Could it have been possible one of the witnesses were one of the people in that red hoodie walking around with investigators? Might I add, if the witness that was on video, possibly named Victor, was the individual in that red hoodie actually? How would that have changed the narrative? How would that have changed the story? Would this have added some type of depth to what was being talked about? And if this is the case, what really is going on? How does this change the perception of everything being visualized in the story that we're looking at? Could this have changed the narrative? Could this have changed everything to do with it? Could this have possibly led to some other different big time notifications to what's going on? And to anyone out there, I wanted to ask, does the name Pin Hero mean anything to anyone? Pin Hero? Does that mean anything? Because I'm getting a very scary connection between the last name Pin Hero and some other things that I really don't like. Okay? It literally is adding a connection between the two people that brings up motive. And this brings up motive in a way that we don't want to see it. This brings up some type of visualization that I really don't want to put together, dealing with certain people that I tried to clear myself, that I really wanted to not put any emphasis on, but it's continued to pop up one way or another. That's what I wanted to know. Does Pin Hero mean anything to anyone? Is this of any importance? Does anyone know what this has to do? Shout to Mrs. M. This is your commenter video. You rocking with your boys are All Rights Reserved, bringing you that heat like I do every weekend, bringing you that notification, that information that you need to kind of grow, that you want to know about. Tell me, does Pin Hero mean anything to anyone? And I'm asking this for a very particular reason, and anyone wants to look it up, you can look it up. But Miss M made the connection to me, and it's scary because I seen somebody's last name, i.e. a witness named Victor. I seen his last name, and then I seen the last name of someone else that was very close to XxxTentacion. And this is just a sample of the critique of criticism and the strength of the information that I'm going to be bringing this week. What's the connection there? Because here's the thing. This is a relative connection. And it's making me think because I connected it directly to the father of someone XxxTentacion was well acquainted with. That's the scary part. So just to give them the depth of information I actually have, I'm just scathing the surface right here, being as objective as possible. If it means nothing, it means nothing. But I link direct connections between XxxTentacion and somebody else who he previously had relations with. Yes, relations of some point. Now tell me this, riddle me this. What's the chance of a motive between a relative being deceased and me finding relation to him, but then also finding the fact that XxxTentacion's deceased not too long after. How's that possible? Are you telling me this is coincidence? If it's coincidence, let me know. But something's telling me it's not. Right now, we're under the spotlights. I'm doing an investigation, interrogation of myself. You're listening to the Gemini speaking to himself objectively and sharing it with you. Why do I find that common name of Pen Hero in between two other common last names of people that's directly involved with either a situation or Tentacion himself? Is that random? Is that random? You see, a lot of people, they just talk and they don't do their research. I have serious researchers. Matter of fact, Mrs. M, shout to Poison Ivy too. You two, this is both for you because you guys were sending me this type of information early on and I really couldn't put it all together then now. Now, when I looked through it, it dropped on me and I just was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You see, because this could dance two ways. One a harmless way, one a harmful way that leads to motive, to a reason things turned out how they did. But then what's scary is that I have investigators not releasing full video, but cutting out some parts and pieces. What's up with that? Because this tells me that someone's reach is a little bit further than it should have been. Someone has a little bit more power than they ever should have been given in this scenario. Because now you have individuals going down that have no relation and people are questioning how they are related to the situation and they're just calling it hate. No, no, no. Don't be stupid. There is a broader motive, a much stronger motive here involving people. Whether it's cash given preemptively to people to build this type of scenario, or it was well thought out and planned by someone to make sure it looked the way it's being delivered to us. I can say that off the rip. Because when I looked through it, we double checked it. I've been double checking it for weeks. And literally I have a 50 name list of different people with synonymous last names on one side, synonymous last names on the other side. Then Pen Hero is in between and looks like the key link between these two last names. Does that mean anything to anyone? I know it does to someone. I'm just asking. Does that mean anything to someone? Like I said, I know it does. I'm just asking you guys. You see, at this level and at this time in the case, you should realize TheCzarr Rice Reserve has put it together. You should realize that I'm starting to see the broader picture that most people aren't going to see or haven't seen and probably don't want to see. Now, the fact that I'm doing it this way and I've done it this way, everybody who's criticizing, get your brain game up and do your own research on the backside so you can see what I see. I'm not going to sit here and break everything down for you and give you all the answers. I need you to come up with it and understand exactly where I'm headed. If someone else gets it, then we'll talk about it. But you got your tip of the day, your investigative tip of the day. Was Victor possibly the individual in that red hoodie? Can someone compare the photos? If he's not, he's not. We'll figure out. Or was it a buddy of his? Or was it a random guy on the scene? Now, see, I also have some other disturbing information that's not directly linked to that, okay? And it's literally a video, or let's say an audio, when Tentacion not only mentions Victor's name, but he mentions someone else's name. Did Tentacion know Victor? Because if that's the case, you're no longer a fan anymore. And remember, I already got validated a picture of you previously taking a photo with Tentacion before this crime scene. How's that possible? If you didn't know him, how would that be possible? You tell me. You tell me. Plus, we didn't see video you standing outside by his car waiting for a picture. Why didn't we? Matter of fact, we didn't even see video of them exiting. Why? Matter of fact, we didn't see video of the suspects exiting, nor them exiting with the neoprene black mask. Why? You tell me. Because at this point, I've already put together, oh, and this week we're going to talk about it. Somebody that was pulled off the case like he wasn't held responsible before he took down his social media account, literally having him admit to doing it. Is that possible? At this time, he should know who I'm talking about. You're literally on social media admitting you can't believe you just did this. So you're snitching on yourself. Is that how it goes? Snitching on yourself? Is that how you do it? You just seen the truck of investigators off duty drive up and try and talk, but again, like cowards, they sped off out of uniform. When you guys are out of uniform, you're just cowards. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's like that. You get out of uniform and you want to play around and act like cowards. Like, I don't play that. And matter of fact, I seen where you drove. I'm walking up where you're at right after I finish this. Because I don't play that. I'm going right where you're going. Don't worry about it. I'll be there. Now, what's going on? What's really happening? What's really the case? Oh, you pull up there and you leave. That's okay. I'll come get you. What's going on with this? What's the problem? Why am I getting information like this? Why am I getting information like this? What's the problem? What don't I get? Why is questions coming out? Why do I see someone admitting they did it on social media, taking their thing down, and that's deemed okay? How is that? What does Pin Hero mean? Pin Hero. Where's that common link at? Because I'm linking two names that are synonymous, two relations that are synonymous to a situation here. Can someone fill me in? What's going on? Why is all these common connections coming out, but then I'm just supposed to believe 4 random haters roll up and did that to Tentacion? And we didn't hear a flash, didn't see a bang, didn't see the blood? What's going on? Now, this is an Inspector Gadget / a paranormal investigation. Because this thing is getting a little hairy. And I don't see no goobers coming out, no ghosts dropping out the sky. I don't see none of this. I just see a bunch of people telling half-truths, acting like they saw something we know you didn't. Which would mean you knew it was going to happen to some extent, right? So I should just start releasing his posts when he admitted to it and all that stuff, right? Hop down there in the comments and tell me I'm wrong. Go ahead. I will drop all my information. I'll open my books on top of the whole YouTube and have 1 million people looking at it. Go ahead. I need some answers. Somebody better step up and start speaking about something and start admitting to times where they were somewhere else. Any other time investigators look at times somebody was at places, but I guess this time it's a little different, right? Because it involves certain people that's connected to you, right? Well, don't worry, I'll get all of them. I have information on every last single one of them. All rights reserved.